We're going to take a look at David Gordon's The Philosophical Origins of Austrian Economics. I'm the Amateur Logician from amateurlogician.com.
Applying logic to the social sciences, particularly economics, is exactly what David Gordon does in an Introduction to Economic Reasoning. The Austrian School of Economics is at the forefront of applying deductive logic to economics, and I'm presently creating a series on this YouTube channel on this textbook. Now, Dr. Gordon, in The Philosophical Origins of Austrian Economics, traces the thought of its founder, Karl Menger, to Franz Brentano. Interestingly enough, Brentano was basically a neo-Aristotelian philosopher. A key insight from Brentano is that mental action has intentionality. Our minds are such that we can reach out or grasp an object. There's an aboutness to our thoughts. As Dr. Gordon explains, this connects to Menger's understanding of how people value things. There's an intentionality to economic value. We, so to speak, input value to things with our thoughts. Notice that this valuation traces to individual beings. Only individuals act, though of course individuals can work together in groups, etc. Gordon traces parallels to the methodology of Aristotle. In Nicomachean Ethics, Aristotle considers how individual humans act. There is a method of deduction, moreover, to be found where deduction starts with a self-evident axiom. All this parallels, argues Dr. Gordon, praxeology, which starts with a self-evident axiom and deductively proceeds from there. Sure, this is not the only way to look at things in the Austrian School of Economics. Ludwig von Mises, in particular, was not an Aristotelian. He was a Kantian instead. Regardless, in the history of thought, Karl Menger had to confront the historical school, which rejected laws of economics. There was this doctrine of internal relations. According to this view, since all things are interconnected, having complete knowledge of anything requires knowledge of everything. The philosopher Hegel, for example, attacked Sir Isaac Newton for thinking he could study physics as an independent subject apart from other things. There was a radical stance against methodological individualism, and that various sciences have a relative autonomy. Later, other schools of thought developed, which were equally skeptical of economics as a science, or at least as a science that's deductive. Most famously, the Vienna School and logical positivism thought that any necessary truth can only be tautologies at best. From this view, praxeology cannot give us any new knowledge, yet arguably, this is too narrow of a view without any strong argument that we should accept it. Later, the verification principle was modified by Karl Popper to have a falsification principle. In any case, these are the issues that Dr. Gordon briefly explores and introduces in this essay. It is a fitting read with his Introduction to Economic Reasoning. The next video, by the way, will cover another chapter of Dr. Gordon's textbook. We will be applying logic to economics. And I think this book, or essay, The Philosophical Origins of Austrian Economics, is definitely worth looking into if you want to study Dr. Gordon's textbook, An Introduction to Economic Reasoning. I hope this video has been helpful to you. Good luck and be well.